There it is. What is going on, Fishing Maniacs? Welcome back to another one. I see we got the chat on and popping already. We got my favorite person I met last year, Mr. Mike Ridnour in the house. My guy. What's going on, brother?
It's hanging out, man. Loving life. Waiting on this cold weather to break. Get at it.
That's it. That is it. It's very good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Of
It's
course.
uh it's good.
I'm gonna
I'm
get my
excited. We got a lot
little
to catch
phone.
up on.
Yes, sir.
It's
Let's see. Let me get my
gonna be
little
a good
phone.
season.
We
It's
got
gonna be a good season. I want to be the one to hand you that national championship trophy down in Alabama. I'm gonna ask Chad if I can hand that to you personally when you win it.
I hope so, dude. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Right? Right? That's what we're going for, right?
That's it. That's it. That's all we ever go for. You gotta You gotta be in it to win it, dude.
That's right.
Be in it to win it. I'm not. I tell. I think anybody that knows me knows that like my dad is he's crazy. My dad. Sorry, I was explaining. My dad's a little old school. He don't watch like the new school fishing, so he didn't really.
Mhm.
He's heard of Jacob Wheeler, but he doesn't know who he is. And
Right.
he's trying to tell me that I'm better than Jacob Wheeler.
Well,
If
hey,
he's like, if
hey, he
you had
believes
all that
in you.
stuff, he
He
believes it.
believes in you.
He, I argue with him, and he won't believe it. He's like, if you had the same time on the water, if you had the same boat and the same electronics, I'm putting my money on you. I don't care. I don't care. And I'm like, dude, you're
All right.
nuts.
Do you think he's wrong?
I
You didn't see you
I
thought
would
about this
fight.
too long. You just need to get rid of that negativity.
I'd fight. I'm not gonna say he's Jacob Wheeler, dude. But
Listen, there's a lot of
I'll
people
fight.
out there that I look and say, I got a lot to learn before I get to that level. And Jacob Wheeler, I think, is probably going to surpass every record that's ever been in
Yeah,
basketball. To say I'm as good as Jacob Wheeler, I wouldn't put myself there.
I can catch him on
But
his.
but I'm coming.
Yep,
I'm coming.
that's it. I'm fighting.
That's right. I'm gonna
That's
learn everything I can from the Jacob Wheelers of this world, and I don't know. One day that they're gonna know my name too.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
So
That's the plan is over here too, dude.
yeah, they're gonna know you after the fall.
Yeah, that's it, dude. I'm gonna make a name for myself this fall.
That's right.
Make some
That's
noise.
right.
Make some noise.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
good.
It's gonna be a good
Breakfast on you though after you win.
time. That's fine. If I win, I got it. I got it. I
Now,
got it.
like we were talking before the live, man, that breakfast that was a highlight of last season for sure.
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
the one of the best ever to get that many of us to literally just sit down and it's not like at the tournaments where you kind of mingle and you talk a little bit, but everybody's other people's talking and it's just kind of you don't really get to have that interaction that we had to sit down one on one and just kind of hear everybody's stories and put it all together and that was awesome. I was glad JT called me over. Well, and I got to meet you at that breakfast. I'd seen you, but we'd never really formally met. Uh, and yeah, it was good. It was good. Friends come out of
So
that breakfast.
funny story about the breakfast, and Corey's in here, and I was telling Corey about it. So you walked in because Gramps is like JT. I always call him Gramps. JT's like
Yeah.
Mike's coming. Mike's coming. He's the man. He's the man. And this is my problem. I just have big person syndrome.
Yeah.
You walk in and I'm like, he's a regular sized dude. Who the hell is this? Like, it don't look like that special. He looks like a regular ass dude to me.
Right.
Sit down, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's this, that. He's in the 10. He's in the what?" He was trying to get in his way. I'm like, wait, but what? And I literally, we got in the car, and I told Corey this story, and I was like, dude, I wasn't even like paying any attention to the guy, and then he said something about the 10, and I just like, it was like a light switch. I was like, oh, everything he says, I'm listening to now. I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
hear anything about it. You went. It was just like
It was good.
for me because you just went from like. I know it's funny, but it just went from like a regular guy to like Oh my god, I'm gonna listen to everything he's got to say. I'm just so interested in him because
I'm still just a regular guy.
I know you're still a regular guy. I know that even more now in the conversations that we had. But it's like when you meet someone that's doing something that you're working on getting to, it's interesting, and you want to listen.
Listen, it's still surreal to me. I'm not gonna lie. This is like I'm not even 5 years into this.
Hmm.
I kind of started mid-year of the challenge series, like June, July, maybe August. It was like late in the year. That first season of what I guess I consider my starting season. I only did a couple months because I didn't know. Uh, but I still count that. That was time. That was a few months there. So I count that as kind of my half year. And everybody's like, when I say I've been doing this 4.5 years, it's because I started midway through. But I'm going into year 5 right now. This is like beginning year 5 right now. And to be at the 10-4 and really just that was what I always strived for. I wanted to be in the 10, and then I bombed the 10 last year, my first year in. I didn't do well. I caught fish, but just couldn't find the big ones. And so now I'm not gonna let a fish beat me. I mean, we've talked, you know how I am. I'll help anybody, but I'm not gonna let fish beat me. So I'm going back hopefully this year. I'm gonna do my best to get back to the 10 again. And I want to win it. So
There he is.
that's my goal for 25 is I've made the 10. I want to win the 10. So etch my name up there with some of the greats, Jody Queens and the Mike Elsie's of the world. So
I know you got it in you, dude.
no, yeah, yeah,
That's
no, for not doubt in my mind, and I really feel like uh, iron sharpens iron, and momentum. You got to ride that momentum. When you get something that's confidence, and you start to gain that, keep a hold of that and ride it, and really that strong positive mental attitude is everything in this sport. And a lot of people would tell you that, and until you're really down and out on a bad day and you can truly take yourself to a positive place and start fishing, I think that's when you really realize that you'll be down, out, nothing's going right, everything just possibly could go wrong. But I've had those days and I've just stopped and been like, put everything down, maybe say a quick prayer, whatever, think, call my wife, do whatever you need to do, throw some tunes on, whatever takes you to your spot to get you away from whatever that, and come back. And I've come back. So you're never out until it's over.
that's the best feeling in the world
It is.
when
It
you're
is.
picking yourself up and you, like you said, you
This
take a
this
little
is
step.
how the best time I ever learned that lesson. Bassmaster event, Possum Kingdom last year, 11:30 in the afternoon. I had 1 13 1/4 inch dink on the board. Caught a bunch of stripers. Friends of mine that I knew from West Virginia and other colleagues, Eric Siddiqui, Mark Edwards, all these guys riding they were all up in the same cove. I knew I was in the right place. All the hammers were there. Past Mark Edwards, he's like, "You got a limit?" And I was like, "I got 1 13 inch fish, bud." And he was like, "What? I had a limit like 8:30, and it's like 11:30." And I'm mad and I'm frustrated. And I was like, "You know what? I'm going out to the main lake." And it's like 85 degrees. They're moving up the spawn. Everybody's catching them shallow. And I was just mad and frustrated. And I went out to this little pocket. And I come around this point thinking I was going to fish this point. And there was 3 kayaks sitting on it. So I just turned my kayak and shot across the lake. There was a little cove back there. Nobody was there. It was wind blown. And I get back there and I fish the crap out of this thing and just nothing. And as I'm coming out, this Hobie guy's coming in. He's like, "Can I fish this?" And I'm like, "Go ahead, man." And I just happen to see these boulders coming out of the bank way out into the water. So I just drive over and I'm looking down and I could see this just giant fish. And I'm like, that's got to be a carp. But I doubled back just to double check. And I messed with that fish for probably 45 minutes and caught a double digit. And that reset everything.
That'll
So
do it.
I think I caught that at like 12:30, 12:45. That was fish number 2. I believe that tournament ended at 2:30. I made a run all the way back up to the cove where I was that morning, completely with a new mindset though. Same place, didn't catch nothing. Literally caught like 13 more fish in the last like hour. Cashed a check. So never give up,
That's it.
no matter how bad it is. Stay focused, and that just goes to show you. Like I was down and bummed, and I wasn't doing well. But I seen that big fish, and just my focus of everything bad was gone. My
Yep.
focus was on her,
Yep.
and that changed everything. Then once I caught her, that momentum, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm in this." And
Now you
yeah,
just
positive
get on
mental
just
attitude
limit.
powered the rest of it, and I was able to focus and put my head down and just grind, and it all worked out. So don't ever give up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ike and Ellie preaches it, but that was probably the greatest lesson in that for me. And now I preach to everybody. Like some people probably get tired of hearing that story, and it doesn't seem like much, but and it sounds so trivial because you hear it. Everybody says it. It's almost like a cliche sometimes, I think, but it's so true. It's so true. Positive mental attitude is everything in this sport.
Yeah, that's it. Now I know
So
you said something about confidence in there. So that was one of the questions I had for you. How
yeah.
do you have some confidence lures you have? How did you establish the confidence in them?
Um Somewhere along the line through this, I realized it wasn't about the fish. I fell in love with the lifestyle, the travel, the friends, meeting new people, fishing the absolute most amazing lakes in the US. I really fell in love with this, gave me a reason, quote, I guess, an excuse to go fish those lakes. Because no matter how much I'd talk about it without having a tournament there, would I ever really go to half of these? No. Probably not. So give me an excuse. Somewhere along the line, I quit fishing for numbers and I really started dialing in on big fish baits. And I'm still learning that game, but consistently I started to see that there were certain baits that just I may not catch much, but when I would throw them, the fish I would catch on them was just all 5+ pounds or something. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
21s, 22s, 23s. And when you start to put that together and you just start to throw that a bunch and a bunch and a bunch and realize, okay, you're not catching many, but and I think the confidence just comes with time. I've told you guys a story at breakfast. I created a lifestyle for myself and quit corporate America of a big salary and went out on a limb and started a business just so I could fish and spend time on water. And I was doing like 200 plus days a year on the water the last couple of years. So, and
Crazy.
people say that and they're like, there's no way. But my wife can attest. I mean, it was every day
She was in
almost.
here earlier.
Yeah. So, and even in snow, sleet, hail, it didn't matter. I was on the water learning
Yeah.
everything I could learn.
That's
And somewhere, I mean, when you fish that much, you start to just get confidence baits. You can slow down enough to just be like, you know what? Tomorrow's another day. I'm just going to pick this up, this mag draft, and I'm going to throw it till my arm falls off. And you start to become pleasantly surprised at the amount of fish you start to catch once you really dial in how that bait likes to be worked, or how fast, or how deep. And if you pay attention to the little stuff, the devil's in the details. You know what I mean? It's pay attention to the little stuff, and you figure all of that out, put it together, and I think the confidence just naturally comes with time. I don't think you could say, "Hey, I could tell you, yeah, if you use this spinner bait and you go out and the water temperature 72 degrees, overcast, winds 5 mile an hour, you're going to catch the." I could tell you that, and you could say you believe me, but until you actually went out and did that a few times, you wouldn't have the confidence in it, no matter how
Mhm.
good I was. If I was Jacob Wheeler telling you that, you'd be like, okay, I've seen you do it. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean I can replicate it.
Hmm.
So it just takes time. My confidence baits are mag draft and a spinner bait and chatter bait on Guntersville. I mean, it's the usual stuff, but there's color differences, I guess, depending on where you're at. And I'm not going to go into all those details on here, but
Okay.
I'll talk to you about some of them maybe off air. I'll help my friends out. But there's color differences in certain places I like, and again, that just comes from time and figuring things out and starting to notice the little things. And I think the Jody Queens and Christine Fishers and Matt Balls and the Siddiquis and Garrett Wades of the world are the way they are because they've been doing this for 10, 11, 12 years.
Mhm.
And the stuff we're learning now, they've learned and they've kind of got those files in the back of their filing cabinet and they're just ahead of the game. So we're paying our dues and in a few more years as the sport continues to grow, I think so won't the names that you see winning regularly. And it'll be you, it'll be me, it'll be, you know, JT or some of the others that was in that breakfast that really want to chase that. I think JT's Gramps is more after the filming side, I think, is the path he chooses to take. But me and you, we know the path we want. We
Yeah.
want to be cashing checks and stand on that stage. And it's not even about the money necessarily. Is I want the recognition. I want to hold that Bassmaster trophy over my head. I want to hold that national champion or that 10 check up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want that. I want to prove that I'm not just a passerby that's going to fade out tomorrow. I want to prove that I'm one of the greats, and I want to build a legacy that I go down and it's kayak fishing. It may not be something to everybody, but to those within the circle, it's something. So
Hmm.
that's what I'm trying to build.
That's it, dude. I love it. I love it. You got a
Trying to
question?
build, and it's no fun to do it by yourself. So
That's for damn sure.
rigged or unrigged model with keel weighted hook. How do you swim it? Fast, slow? Okay, so that's a good question. I guess it depends on the depth and time of the year. If it's spawn time and I'm throwing it shallow, I will take just a mag draft that's already pre-rigged, treble hook in the bottom. That's it, and I will throw it up in shallow flats, and I'll just slow roll that thing over some shallow flats until or close to a ledge off of a shallow flat. But if I want to fish it deeper, yeah, I'm going to throw a heavy weighted hook, maybe some nail weights in it, depending on how deep I've got to go to get it to run true and to keel the way I want it to. A lot of that's just playing with it for depth and current. If I'm in the Susquehanna, I usually have to add a few nail weights to that, even with a big weighted belly hook. I still have to add a few nail weights just to keep that thing from blowing out, just because the current on the Susquehanna is just so crazy. But
Mm.
if I'm in a lake that doesn't have much current, uh, I might throw quarter ounce or something. It's never heavy. I tend to fish them slow, just let that tail back there kick away and just enough to get it to work the way it's supposed to work. Get that little bit of roll, little bit of side wiggle to it, and the bait does the work. So a lot of people, I think, I hear them talk about a mag draft and it just blows out if they reel it too fast or they just can't get it to kick much. And I've never really noticed to have much kick. I think it's the roll that really draws them in and makes the big girls just want to eat it. I don't know what it is, but it works.
Trevor Wagner's with us. What up, Trev? This is
Yeah,
one of the top.
Trevor, you're there. Yeah, good to hear from Trevor. Speak with him once in a while. Try to keep up with all you guys. I really felt like I walked away with some true friends after that breakfast, and it's funny just it goes back to that. You think how long could a breakfast be, but we were there for a while. So
Yeah, I think so. Honestly,
yeah,
so you want the God's honest truth? I got home late because of that breakfast. I told my girl, I think I told my girl, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to have breakfast quick and we're leaving. We're going to sit down for breakfast for 30 minutes and we're getting on the road." It was like 3-4 hours later. I was like,
yeah,
we're just leaving Alabama. She's like, "What do you mean?" I was like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Well, there was
there's
no
something
regret.
about fishing in."
Well, and I told JT I'd run over, but I was planning to go start really figuring some things out for the following tournament, and I'd stop by and yeah, a few hours few minutes turned into a few hours, but it was good. No regrets.
I'm not mad at it at all.
No, absolutely not.
Knowledge. What's up, Liz? Surprised you up this late.
Dad's on his fire. What's up, Liz? Yeah, Liz has been putting the smack down on everybody in Florida. Man, you need to drop me some waypoints, Liz. Like, I need to come down to your neck of the woods.
So Liz, I'm going to throw you under the bus. I love you, but Liz was somebody I asked to get on, and she politely declined. She said she's not ready for the lights yet.
No,
that's fine.
Man,
That's fine. I told her I'll just bother her in person next time I see her.
she doesn't want nobody to hammer about where she's catching all these. Or
she's like,
who knows, she might slip up and give away a secret. She ain't trying to reveal yet.
She say it all the time. She's like, if you come down,
I'm gonna take you up on that, Liz, because yeah, I've been following along. Congratulations, you are absolutely killing it.
For those of y'all who don't know, this year in the what is it, the Catch 22?
Yeah,
leading the nation.
Yes.
Not any state, not just one state. She's leading the whole nation of KBS.
Absolutely, just
killing. And we just hit March. And I think all, if I'm not mistaken, all 22 fish are over 20 inches.
Oh yeah, everyone. And Liz, if you care to chime in, how many of those are double digit? Like, for real? Because I think there's definitely a couple of them on there.
So to put that in perspective, dude, I think I caught 4 fish over 20 last year.
Okay. Well,
none.
I did a little better than that, but largest was 7.6.
Jeez.
I think she might be being a little modest there and kind of.
Those are some long fish then, but still, either way, I'd take a bunch of 7-8 pound. Like,
they must be spawned out or something, because yeah, they look like donkeys.
Yeah, those things look stupid.
Yeah.
I'm looking at those fish. Like, I think my biggest fish to ever go on the board was 21 1/4. And I'm like, that thing's got 4 inches on mine.
Is 21 1/4 your biggest?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna break that in Guntersville for sure.
Yeah. On the board, 21 1/4. I caught a 20 down at Guntersville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you caught a 20 smallmouth down there yet?
In Guntersville?
Yeah.
No.
I know. That's a question throws everybody off.
There's smallies in there?
Yeah, I caught one on the Miracle Mile last year that was 20.
Really?
Yeah. On a chatterbait. I threw it. I ain't gonna say against what, but it hit it and it fell. And on the fall, thought I had a giant largemouth, big smallmouth. That was the very next cast. Hit it again, fell, caught a 21 1/2 largemouth. They were both together. Giant largemouth, giant smallmouth. In Guntersville. Close to the Miracle Mile.
See, because I knew Wheeler had them, and they're connected. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's
system, right?
Tennessee River. It's got them. I think a lot of people just focus on the largemouth fishery. I'm sure those guys that throw out deep, not so much ledge fishing, but they actually fish bottom bouncing baits out deep, some Ned rigs or jigs or worms, drop shotting. I'm sure they catch some smallies.
Yeah, they're catching them out there.
I just don't fish that way in Guntersville. So I don't know. But they're in.
That's my partner right there.
Oh yeah. 20s on the Susky. You guys going to go to the Susky this year?
So honestly, I haven't planned it yet. I want to have like a mainstream maniacs meetup at the Susky, because it's a general location for a lot of us. All right.
Let me know if you're gonna set some boundaries or something, though. I'd like to be in on that talk, because there's a few areas I really like to favor.
No. I just want the group to get up and we could just fish. You want to hang out? Who you want to hang out with? We just have one home base. Hang out.
Well, PKS is going to be there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But that I'm going to. Yeah. It's
Okay.
just like 3.5 hours away from me. Like I could
Yeah,
drive
me too.
there.
Me too. Same distance.
So it's not. It's nothing. Like me and Corey are going this. We're gonna go a couple times this year. Going to go
All
to.
right. All right. Yeah, I love the Susky.
I never
That's
been.
no.
No. So there's
You
a couple
live
places
that
I
close
gotta
and you've
go.
never been?
That's what I'm saying. So like this. So
That's gonna change your life.
this year, I'm going up to Cayuga. I don't care. I'm
Oh
too.
yeah.
I'm too close to
We
not.
talked about that, right?
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, that was the conversation we had that
Yeah.
changed. You were like, "Yo, dude, just stop and just go." And I was like, "All right, yeah, you're right. I'm going to Cayuga, 110%, and then I'm going to Susquehanna, and I kind of want to go up to damn, what's it
Listen,
between New York and Vermont?
Susky is going to you're gonna kick yourself for not going sooner. Like it is unreal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to
Those
go.
smallies, they're just built different and they eat different there. I mean, smallies all kind of eat aggressively, but they just you'll see. I don't want to ruin
Can't
it for
wait.
you.
I cannot. I can't wait at all.
You'll see what it's all about, and you're gonna be like, man.
And Lake Champlain, that's the other lake I want to go.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
you're up there. How far are you from Champlain?
Champlain's far though. Champlain's like 6 hours, but it's. I mean,
6 hours.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on where
That's
you
that's a
go.
little bit of a haul, but the
Yeah.
Susquehanna, you have no excuse.
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
Yeah. That's 3.5 hours. It might be less than that.
That's like you could wake up late on a Saturday and still go fish.
Yeah. Like I could wake up. Yeah, exactly, and go get up, leave at like 9.
Fish all day, still get back by dinner. Like you
Yeah.
have no reason not to go to the Susquehanna.
Yeah. I'm terrible. Let me see.
Yeah, if you decide to get a group of people together to go, definitely send me an invite. I will do my best to make that trip. I look for an excuse to go there.
All right.
I'm down.
Because I
I'm
think.
down.
Yeah. There you go. 3.5 hours. So I think it's three. It shows. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know the exact spot, but it shows three. It shows 2 hours and 27
Well,
minutes.
Harrisburg's that's a good judge of about where you need to be. I mean, most of the places I like to fish are within 30 minutes of Harrisburg. So
Okay.
usually a little more north of Harrisburg, actually. So that's all good. All of it.
So it's 3 hours and 5 minutes to Harrisburg.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 hours and 5 minutes.
That's nothing.
I sorry, these
Nothing.
are dusky.
You're gonna be so mad at yourself. Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about the current. The current's not bad though, right?
No, the current's bad.
It is.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah.
See, that's what
Current.
I'm nervous about because I paddle.
And it's not like whitewater bad. It'll look like glass. Like it looks like big pools, and you're like, this ain't nothing. And you push off of the ramp, woof, you're gone. Like, yeah, it's bad.
Can I paddle back up?
No. Paddle? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on when you go. If you go at the right time, you can.
Okay.
Summertime, it's drawn down pretty low, and you can wade a lot of it. So it's not too crazy. I guess like August, if you
Okay.
want to brave the heat, but
In the middle of the early in the
in
season.
the spring or the fall, like that bite is magical. And paddling wise, I'd say no. Like I took my pedal drive Titan up there, uh, and my Torpedo ran dead when I went down to get my son and bring him back. And I was trying to pedal and paddle and still couldn't go anywhere. Like to the point I was looking at this tree on the bank, and after like 25 minutes, realized I was still sitting, even with
Mm,
that tree on the bank.
yeah, I can
And I
hate.
just got out and I drug like chest, neck deep. Let me know when you're going.
All right.
I'll bring you a boat with a motor because you've got to experience it. Or just take two cars. Plan to do a float. That's the
Yeah,
best
yeah,
way of doing it. Plan to do a float trip. Drop in here, float down to here. Uh, That's really the best way. See, then you don't have to worry about it. You can just
Okay.
take your time, drag an anchor, throw an anchor out once in a while, pick an area apart,
Yeah, I
and
got
you can paddle around the little eddies. Like it's not so bad. You can't paddle up a little ways, but you're not going to want to paddle very far in
okay.
the Susquehanna,
Okay.
not upstream.
All right. As long as I'm not gonna flip, I don't care.
Yeah, oh, no, it's not like that. It's not like raging whitewater.
Okay.
It's just fast. It's just so much volume, I think, because it's so large. It's it's not fast like you're thinking like, oh, it's gonna be crazy. It's just even where it's calm, big pools, it's
It's
just
moving.
move.
It's just
Yeah,
river. It's just moving.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
All right, dude. Yeah, that's definitely in the plans.
Big smallies, big muskie, like you don't know what you're gonna catch, but take some wake baits, take some top waters, take some spinner baits, take some big swim baits. I'm talking 8-inch swim baits for smallies.
Okay.
I know that's funny to say in the same sentence, like take 8-inch swim
Uh,
baits for smallmouth.
Sounds wild, but I imagine the bait that they're eating.
Yeah, those smallies up there, they don't care. School bus come down that stream at the wrong speed on a bad day for them.
You
They
gonna
try
try.
to, yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
they're insane.
That's nuts.
They are insane.
Let me see what else I had for you. I had a few questions, nothing too crazy. Let me see. I asked that.
I'm not giving you any waypoints.
No, I don't
Not,
need it.
not on here.
No waypoints. No waypoints.
No waypoint.
Electronics.
Yeah.
What are you running?
Oh, this is going to create some controversy.
Uh-oh.
So
Got it?
I run Lowrance HDSs
Okay.
um, with active target. Uh, and truthfully, I don't really turn active target on. I'm not one of those guys that stare down at my screen and go out deep. That's not me. Uh, but I do use it if I'm on a dock fishery or something. I'll drop by docks and I'll scan under it. If I don't see the size fish I'm looking for, I keep moving until I do.
Mhm.
Just eliminate time. But it's you know, you don't have to go very far in the fishing world to know that's very, very controversial. And I don't really care. It's if you're going to compete at our level, people have it. If you're going to compete, you better at least figure it out or be okay with it. I mean, there's people out there that don't need it and they whoop me. I'm not even gonna lie. So, but no, I run HDS Lowrance with active target. I got two 12s or two nines. If I'm on a river, I'll usually just run 1 9. Or even in Florida, I only ran 1 9. But Lake Fork, I'll probably have the 12s mounted, and I want to make sure I see everything.
Yeah,
So,
that's gonna be amazing.
yeah.
See a blob and be like,
Yeah, right. No, yeah, I want it to be almost life size. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
you're gonna be like, is that a? It's gonna be like you're gonna freeze up for a second and not even cast to it.
Yeah.
It's
But realistically, anymore, I don't. I've changed. I've progressed. In the beginning, it was active target everything and just down scan. I didn't really know what I was doing, I guess. Um, and then I've kind of side scan was everything, and I really got away from active target. I only think I kicked active target on like 5 times all last year. Um, I did use it in Florida this year once, one day. Just looking at some things, pre-fishing, not during the tournament. And now I really fish contour map and side scan. That's it. I have mapping on one and side scan on another, and that's almost exclusively what I fish off of.
okay. The side scan's interesting because like this is gonna be my first year having it. This unit I just showed you does have it. I don't know how good it
Side scan's
is.
where it's at. Like
That's what I hear. That's what I hear a lot.
if you get proficient with side scan, and I mean really proficient with it, and you spend your time learning how to read side scan, and how to fish what you see on side skin. The biggest thing, a lot of people I think misread side skin. They see that blank space between their boat and the bottom, and they're in 20 feet of water, and they see at 20 feet. But on a fish finder, it says, that's 20 feet from your boat. It's not. It's right under your boat. That's where it starts. You got to deduct that. So if it's at 40 feet and you're in 20 feet of water, it's actually only 20 feet away. I'm giving you this so that you understand the kind of, there's a big misconception that, I seen these fish and I was in 10 feet of water and it said they was 20 feet from my boat and I couldn't get them to bite. Well, that's because they was only 10 feet from your boat.
Yeah.
It's figure out side scan, fish the structure. Just because you don't see fish and the little rice grains everybody's going to tell you, use it like it's supposed to be used for. Find the structure, fish that structure, fish like the structure. Fish the structure you see, mark that. The transition areas that I look for from sand or mud to maybe a rock or shell bed or something where it transitions a change. I'll draw a line on my waypoint along that so that I can actually have a map on my overview of my map. I have my map on this screen, side screen over here. So as I'm setting those dots along that transition to really lay that out and start to kind of design our creek channels and ditches. You'll see those off the side of road beds, and you can really start to draw your maps and figure out how creek channel may flow through a cove and those little ditches or creek channels, or it's all about anything that's different. The bass want to set up in something that it gives them a little protection, something that they can ambush. Anything. Bass are funny. Like they think if they're behind one blade of grass, one stick, and they think they're hidden. You know what I mean? They're funny like that. If you found one stick in the middle of nowhere, one piece of grass, and I spent a lot of time in Florida cruising around out in the open water and 6, 8 feet looking for just one blade of grass, knowing if I found it, it'd probably have 5, 6 fish on it. If not, it may have just one, but that one would probably be a really good one because it's just something different. Use your side scan for that. If you have questions while you're learning that, you have my number. Call me. I don't care if if I'm at work, whatever. I'll take the time. I'll answer your questions. Try to help you break down what you're seeing. And I don't know everything, but I know enough to definitely help you get on the right page and point it in the right direction. And that's for anybody. I'm on Facebook and Instagram and everything else. If you guys have questions, you can attest. I'm here to help out. I'm not one of those people who won't tell you what I'm using or don't want to see you succeed. I want to know that I'm fishing against the best of whoever. I kind of thrive off of that, and you're only as good as the people you fish against. And if I don't want to be a guy that goes out and fishes with guys that aren't good and keep my secrets so that they're not good, I want to make them better because then I become better, have to outfish as they get smarter. And it's a process to help all of us grow. So when you start dialing that thing in, let me know. I'll help you out.
Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate that. I'll
Just look for
definitely
the
call you
difference.
for Corey.
Team New Canoe. Listen, I wish I would have went sooner. I had the opportunity a couple different times to go to Team New Canoe, but I was really into the native boats. And my pro shop owner, Brent at Sportsman's Emporium, he's a diehard New Canoe guy, but he also sells the Bonafides and the natives. And he was trying to get me to come over to that side for a while. And truthfully, I didn't expect much. I just needed a change. So I accepted Brent's deal to move into a New Canoe this year. I was looking, it was really coming down between Bonafide or New Canoe. And Bonafide hadn't offered me a spot or anything, but I needed a new boat regardless. And went with the New Canoe Unlimited. And they accepted me on as their field staff. And then after Florida, they called and added me to their tournament team as well. So when you start looking at the gentlemen that are my teammates, the it's a little surreal how my name come up amongst the level of anglers that are on my team, Guillermo Gonzalez and Matthew Connett, and it's just surreal, you know. Those guys are OGs in the sport, and
Jesus.
it's yeah, they're treating me good. They're treating me good.
Yeah. Good for you, brother. Another one.
Motor setup. So I run a Torpedo 1103 in the back if I'm running that in rivers. And wow, that's been my motor for the last 3 years. And then I also purchased a motor guide. My pro shop had one left, even though they're not made. It was brand new. I was like, he was selling it cheap because they're no longer made. And I reached out. There's still some service to them, so I wasn't really worried about that. Um, they don't really have many issues as far as braking. They seem pretty bulletproof from everybody I talked to, other than some small nuances with some remotes and different things getting wet. But I've taken steps to avoid that. And I've run a Motor Guide XI3 on the front with spot lock, and that is a game changer. I don't know how I ever got by without it. I used it in Florida. Torpedo day one, I was worried about the Motor Guide in the grass. Put it on day two just to try it. Had to pick it up a couple times, clean it out, but it chews through the grass surprisingly well. And again, spot lock that's a game changer.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
But I missed the speed. It 4.3 wide open, wound tight, but I can run that all day long.
Yeah.
My Torpedo though pushes that new canoe up over a little over 7.
Woo.
So yeah, I missed the speed, but it's a good trade off for being able to just wind blown, doesn't matter, hit that button and just sit.
And you just sit still.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Crazy. Because even me, when I put the anchor down, I still.
Yeah, right. And I've done that. I've been running anchor, and I had dual power poles, and I've tried all of it, and it all works to an extent. I've had anchors off the front and off the back, and it holds me. It's just a lot. Then you got crank those back up, both of them. And it's not efficient to fish that way. And then at Guntersville for knucklehead, Liz was out there blown around. I'm getting blown around with Torpedo, and she's sitting there fishing. And I'm like, "How are you sitting?" She's like, "Oh, I got spot locked." I'm like, "Oh, it works that good, huh?" Well, I got one. It does. It works that good. So, yeah, we learn. We learn. I'm still new too. Yeah, I'm a little late, I guess, getting into some of this. Not all of it. I bought Active Target as soon as I started kayak fishing, just because I thought I needed it. Realized I didn't need it, but it helps at times. And then my Torpedo I got pretty quickly. Didn't take me long to realize I actually went to a KBF National Championship. First one ever was on Caddo Lake, and 4 years ago or something. And I pedaled my butt off, paddled and pedaled and paddled and pedaled. And I was hearing these people talking about, "Oh, I went 13 miles today." And I'm like, 13 miles? I think I went a mile and a half. What are you talking about? 13 miles. Like, I thought I was doing something. You 13 miles? Like, what? So literally, I come back from that, and that winter I bought a Torpedo. Never looked back. But
yeah, I'm plotting.
yeah, a motor of any kind. I will say that overall, the Torpedo or Motor Guide, or not Motor Guide, the Newport, because they kick up in rivers. If you hit rocks
Yeah,
or whatever,
kind of
if
what
you
I
get
want.
in grass, you can throw it in reverse and it'll just spit it out and you keep going. Overall, I would say a stern mount is a better motor on a kayak overall,
Okay.
unless you fish offshore. If you fish a little bit of everything, rivers, grassy lakes, kind of get up shallow, stern mount's the only way to go. But again, that spot lock, I don't know how I ever got by without it, but it doesn't do what the stern mount motors do. It's a trade. There's a trade for speed, and
Liz says
it turns differently. it will pull the front around rather quickly compared to a stern mount, but I guess it's a little more agile with a bow mount. But stern mount's still probably my. If I could only choose one for the rest of my career, I'd go back to the Torpedo, and it's bulletproof.
Okay.
I mean, I went down Susquehanna and the New River in West Virginia, and it's boulders and rocks, and that thing banging off stuff, kicking up, and I mean, just I don't even worry about it. I don't even worry about it.
I'll probably look at getting one of those.
That thing is. There's not many things in this world built Mike Tough. Torpedo's built Mike Tough.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's got to be the strongest electrical motor ever made. Because I mean, I've abused it.
That's what I like to
Yeah,
do.
see, my problem is I watch Jeff Little. You guys, I'm sure, know Jeff Little. Everybody in kayak knows Jeff Little. And he had a video. He was doing something, and he showed the bottom of a rock garden, a Torpedo, and it was all scratched up, and the paint wore off of it. And he was like, "That's what they're supposed to look like." And I took it to heart. And oh yeah, mine's it's bad. Now I've literally broken my rock guard, and they're pretty durable. I've broken my rock guard twice and still haven't broke my Torpedo.
Mm.
That thing is it's bulletproof.
That's just from banging it. That's just fishing though. That's just fishing.
It'll get you there and back every time. You never have to worry. It's like what is that? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Yeah, that's Torpedo, bud. Never leave you alone. They're there.
I like that. I like that.
What's your plans this year? What events you fishing?
Me?
I got some questions for you. I ain't got to catch up what you're doing.
Okay. As of right now, I like that. I don't think anyone else has had questions for me. I like that. As of right now, it looks like the TKS at Guntersville. We're probably gonna, me and Corey are probably gonna double back on the TKS at the Susquehanna.
Okay.
And then I just got my club tournament this year. And then I'm gonna probably just do some club stuff. I don't know if there's anything else within reach. I know we were also talking about. I'm gonna do my
challenge series.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my state challenge stuff.
You gonna win those? Try to get your points up for the 10, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's your way for the 10.
Numbers, but I'm gunning. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Worried about it.
Okay.
Honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but the month I go up to Cayuga, I could probably try to hope to win New York if I get up there and get on them for a couple good weekends.
Yeah, I mean, if it's actually you gonna spend a weekend or something, make that a weekend trip.
That's what I want to do. I just want to go fish hard for like 2-3 days straight.
There you go. That would do it.
You know, and
You're good enough. You got this.
I ain't worried about it.
You go up there and take their money.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then I want to get what is that? St. Cloud? That's deep. That's far. But I know JT and I think Debo is going to try to go. There's a bunch of guys trying to go to that.
No,
but
I know.
Far. I think it's like
I want to go too, and that's my problem too. I'm like, man, that's a hike.
Yeah.
Like I'm still 11 hours, I think, to JT.
Yeah, me too. I'm 12.
Yeah, and then another. I'm like, man.
I'm like, dude. That's what I told. I think I told JT. I was joking with him. I was like, dude, if I go to that, I'm gonna have to like come to your house like a day early to just hang out because I don't know if I can sit in the car for that long.
Right.
Like I just don't know if I could do that. Like I couldn't just go there and then just go. Again.
When are they doing that?
I want to say I think it's like June, July, or something like that. I feel like somebody in the chat would know. Somebody know and tell me when St. Cloud is. I feel like somebody will have it quicker than me by the time 18 hours from Corey's house. Yeah, see, it's far for everyone. July. There we go. Thank you, Trevor. July. So that's what I'm saying. That's so.
July what? What do we got? Bassmaster.
I mean, I got to drive. So yeah, it's 21 hours for me again.
Is there anything in Bassmaster in July?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I would say so. It's July. I'd imagine they have at least one event. But
I'll find it here.
that's 21 hours of travel for me. Yeah, because it's 3.5 to get to Corey, and then it's 18 hours from Corey's house, and I would just ride with Corey as my partner.
Well,
Oof.
I'm just thinking, okay, July 26th, 27th is Lake Champlain. When is it in July?
Let me see.
Anybody know? Trevor?
St. Cloud, Minnesota. Somebody will probably pop it up. Kayak. Are you gonna give me the?
Because I would love to fish that.
I know everyone's going to that one too.
Well, I'm just thinking, I got a dual trailer. I could meet you somewhere right here close, West
11th,
Virginia, Ohio.
and the 12th.
What is it?
11th and the 12th.
Of July?
Yep. And then the Susky is August 8th and 9th. That's no problem. That's like almost like no problem. I'll just go sleep at Corey's house.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the August. I'm not worried about the July for Lake Champlain because that's still
That's the end of
relatively close.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, July. Let's talk about this some more. Maybe me and you'll make that trip. We'll throw your boat on my trail and we'll roll.
All right.
I bought a new office with wheels Friday. So yeah, I'm gonna break it in going to Texas.
All right.
Yeah. So 25 Silverado 2500 HD.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I wanted something that the Ram had like 180,000 miles on it, and it was a 21. So it was, yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to sell those. That's what I used to sell. Rams. I love that truck.
Yeah. No, I love that truck. It was good. And I'm not a Ram guy by any means, but that truck was good to me for a lot. Never left me stranded. So if this Chevy treats me as good as it did, we'll be fine.
There you go.
We'll be fine.
It's good to switch it up.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's I got the windows and everything tinted, so it'll stay nice and cool in the heat. We'll roll.
Scott's up that way because Scott's up in Vermont. Yeah, he's up at Champlain a lot.
See, I've never been up there. I don't know, but I'm excited. I mean, I know of it. I've watched a lot of events on it. I know what it's about.
Crazy.
So I'm excited.
There too. Lake George has some good fish in it. I mean, it's like the same distance. So I might as well go to Champlain at that point. But
so Dale Hollow. What's your thoughts on Dale Hollow?
Honestly, I never
Bassmaster doing Dale Hollow, but that's not that far from you because it's not that far from me.
Oh, it's Tennessee. That's not bad.
No.
That's not bad. When are they doing that?
That is in April.
Oh, in April.
April. So every year, Paddle and Fin holds an event there, Dale Hollow. I've been doing it the last 3 years. Love that place. And then they decided they wasn't doing it there this year. They're going to do one in the fall somewhere up north. And Bassmaster had to come in and hit it in April, and I was like, yes. Like I took big bass in third there for Paddle and Fin last year. Tied for big bass the year before, and like cash your check there every year. So I'm excited for this one.
Okay, so now you got the Bassmaster scene there.
It'll be good. Okay. I got some spots there around that April time period. That it's a smallmouth fishery. That's where my PB smallmouth comes from. But I fish for greenfish there because everybody knows it as a smallmouth fishery. World record smallmouth come from Dale Hollow.
I was going to say that. I think you came from, right?
Yeah, it's but people sleep on the greenfish, and they're toads. They're toads. They're big. So I go for the greenfish because I know a couple little spots where some like to frequent in that April time frame.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an unpressured area of that lake, and that's hard to believe because everybody fishes Dale Hollow everywhere. But uh, I don't know if I'll ever drop exactly where it's at, even after this event. A few people know. There's some people that have seen me and been like, "Are you crazy?" But it's all legal. I don't have to portage, get out, Pat. It's all legal. But I guarantee those fish that are back in there don't see another kayak or boat all year.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, it's 13 hours for me.
that's not bad.
It's not too bad. That's
That's
fucking. That's not too bad.
that's not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but that's not crazy.
But yeah, exactly. It's not crazy. Yeah.
You got this.
Hey, is
I
fucking.
got a place reserved already. There's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I can make it down in April. I don't think I could do two events. My girl.
Think about it. Let me know.
Yeah, if it's a possibility, I'll let you know. But my girlfriend will probably shoot
Let me know.
me. She's like, so you're leaving for the month?
No, I'm not. No, I'm actually so my partner and some of my colleagues. So aside from our business, my partner bought a sign company this year, and I came on to help him kind of run it and get it straightened out. So just work schedule for me has been crazy. Um, but he is going to Vegas to look at some printers, big printers that do pan faces or something that week. And I told him, I've got Dale Hollow, but since I know it, I'll leave a little later, kind of share that well, let him go out and do his thing, and then I'll get there early Thursday morning, hit my spot, and then go sort of fish everywhere else for everybody else to spot, so that my spot's still nice and fresh for
There you
Saturday.
go. Oh yeah.
But I'm just going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days.
Okay, so you're not going that long.
No,
Okay.
no, no. It's not my normal. I'm going to be there for 13 days.
So
Like
the week is
so.
there for a week. Sly, I'm still going. That's a must. That's a must. I need my 100 board. Minimum.
That's right.
Minimum, if not better.
Like, he'll be there in November.
Oh yeah, 110%.
He'll be there. If I gotta go up and get him.
Oh no, I'm going.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for. I don't miss Guntersville. Listen, if
They
if I
won't
could
let me.
figure out a way to put a live well on my boat and they had a bass boat tournament there, I'd probably enter it. Like I love Guntersville. My
I
wife and I
do.
want to move
It's
there.
it's the only other fishery that I got spots at in another state. I think.
It's not even because it's where my biggest come from or anything. It's like no matter where you go in Guntersville, you can catch some fish like
Yeah,
everywhere. There's just fish everywhere. It's unreal.
there's good ones everywhere. Yeah.
And it's laid out a little different. It's just a pretty lake, I think. Unless you really get back in some of the slop, but it's just a gorgeous lake that's I don't know. I catch everything. I catch catfish and giant drum and everything there. It's just a blast.
I don't think I'll ever forget Guntersville. Like it's so many like different phases for me. Like I remember the first time I went down there and I was like scared. My kayak almost sank. And then I went down again and it was just like I could feel my growth as an angler.
Hmm.
And then it was like then this year going down there, I don't know how it happened, but now Guntersville gave me the confidence to stand in my kayak. I used to like never
Yeah,
stand up, and then we were in a mat, and I was like, oh well, I can stand up because we're in a mat, and it kind of gave me my legs. And now I'll stand up and I'll let the wind drag me down. And like my boy was like, "Yo, you good right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm
that's
just
right.
good." So, but it's just
That growth is important. Taking those steps.
it's pretty cool. And
What's your goals for this year?
my goals for this year, my goals for this year is I want to finish top 10 in my club, my local club, Hudson Valley KBF. I
Okay.
share a lot of that on the channel as well. I'm going to record all the events this year and post them all. I didn't do that the last 2 years, but this year, that's one of my goals is to record them all, post them all. regardless
Okay.
of what I do. But the plan is to get top. I want to get top 10 and get invited to the Invitational. So that's what I'm going to do. Um, and take a check home. That's like my biggest thing. It's been I can say like it's been a goal for the last 2 years, but I wasn't like serious. This year I
Right.
have the job schedule where I don't have to work the weekends. So
Right.
I can literally say only person I have to check in is with Tara. So if TD says I can go, I'm good. And she's not one of those where she's like, no, like unless we don't like, unless we have a wedding or something, she's gonna be like,
Right.
all right, go ahead. So this is gonna be the first full year that I get to fish as many events that as I need to, so I can actually qualify for Angler of the Year. I would love to win Angler of the Year in my club. It's been won by my boy Rich for a few years. So I got
Okay.
the competition, but top 10 in the club is that's
And sharpens iron, brother.
that's
You
my number.
need those guys better than you to
Oh
push
yeah.
you to be
Oh
better.
yeah. Oh yeah. And I know.
And they're not better than you. I don't mean it like that. I
No,
guess
I
that
know what you mean,
sounds
man.
wrong. But you need that competition of those guys
Mhm.
that are just as hungry as you, I guess
Yeah.
you could say,
Yeah.
to force you to bring that out of yourself.
Yeah.
So
Because Rich was
do you
down
have any
classic with at the Bassmaster event with you. Like I
yeah,
said, down at the first one of the year.
you got any personal growth goals for this year?
Personal growth. Um, I've had a personal growth goal that I've had for a little while. I know it might not sound like a lot. I will share it though. I want to have $5,000 in the bank account just sitting. Uh,
Okay.
I've only done that one other time in my adult life, and it was cheating. It was COVID. I qualified for the max on unemployment, and I was getting free money, and I was sitting there. And at one point, I was like, "Well, I don't need all this money," so it just kind of accumulated, and then I kind of used it slowly. But that's a personal goal I have.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, that's
just sitting there. Just I don't need it. It's not going to be spent. I just want it. Just one. I'm just going to open an account, and at the end of the year, I would like to have an account with just $5,000 in it, just
yeah.
sitting. And I don't need it. I'm not like
All
pressed.
good goals to have, brother.
Yeah,
I'm not going to downplay that at all.
there, and then obviously build on that. And I really, with the YouTube side, consistency. I've said this the last couple of years, and even now, like I haven't put out a video in the last like month, but I got to get better with my consistency with that. Um, and just growing and fishing. I just want to continue to grow and learn, meet new people. No one will ever replace you, but I want to meet.
You
I
need
want
to
to
set
meet.
your standards a little higher, brother. You need to set
No,
your
no, I'm
standards
just
a little higher.
that was the precursor to this comment. I want to meet the next Michael Rittenauer this year. I want to meet that dude that I'm like, damn, that's a good ass dude that I want to hang out with. I want to be around and all that good stuff. Yes, sir. I was there. I was in the background.
Yeah, that come from that breakfast.
Hell yeah. I was there, dude. There he is. I
Yeah,
still gotta get one of those, dude. I never got on JT's team.
yeah, you need one of those. You
Yeah,
need.
I was on Freedom Squad last year, but I didn't get on JT's team. Yeah, that. That's
That's what you're after right there.
that's what I want right there. That's
You
what
got this. No, those are all good goals, brother, and that's why I'm glad we got the chance to catch up a little bit this evening. Uh, my personal goals don't change a lot from year to year, other than I want to win one of the Bassmaster events, and I want to win a national championship, and I want to win a 10. And as always, I want to take my walk with God just the next step and be a little closer every year. So, and I
I'm
want to help as many people as I can realize their dream or help make their dream a reality if I can. Even if it's something small. I just want to give back. This sport has been nothing short of amazing. The friendships that have come out of this, coming from a military background and being a veteran myself, and just the brotherhood that you have there. You think, it's not the same in fishing, but I mean, we're from all walks of life, all over this country. We still talk. Me and JT still talk. Like the friends in this, Nick Finstead, he's in Texas. I talk to him occasionally with Fish Texas Trailers. Like the friends you make in this industry, it's just a little surreal, and I just want to give back. I'm in a spot where I think I can a little bit, and uh, I want to continue to help others, to help kids, to help young adults, old adults, all walks of life. If they love fishing or have a passion for fishing or want to get into tournament fishing or just want to go out and float in a kayak and drown a worm just to find the peace that we find when we're not tournament fishing. I mean, I think all of us go out and fun fish and just kind of kick it because that's just what we do. We just love to fish. But I just hope everybody listening to this or watching this finds whatever it is in this life that makes them that happy as we are when we hook into a 6-pound bass. I hope everybody finds that this year.
Yeah.
That's my personal growth goals, is just to be better, be a little better tomorrow than I was today.
That's it, dude. I think that's a good note to call it on, man. I don't know if I can follow up with anything better than that, my brother.
No, it's good catching up with you, man. We'll definitely keep in touch.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this St. Cloud thing a little more. I don't know. It's
far, dude. It's far.
It can be done.
It can.
It can be done.
It can. It can. And it'll be a hell of a story too.
It'd be fun.
It's that.
It'd
That's
be fun.
no doubt. That's no doubt.
How many batteries you got for your cameras? It'd be like road trip.
I got a bank.
So we could do live road trip. I got plugins. It's got converters. We're good.
Yeah, I got a live bank, so I think as long as I got a memory card big enough, I think I could record for like 13, 14 hours straight.
You could do like a multiple little couple day series. The road to St. Cloud.
Almost the whole thing.
We came, we saw, we conquered. You know what I mean?
Around.
Yeah.
Like you said, it could be done. I like that. It could be done.
Yeah, it can be done.
I like that. But we'll get out of here. I don't want to keep you for too long tonight. We got you for an hour. I appreciate you. We'll definitely get you on again in the future. And thank you for your service.
Appreciate brother.
Thank you for being a friend of mine. Thank you for coming on the channel.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. It was a blast. We definitely need to do this again, even if it's not on film.
Yes, sir. 110%. So, all right, Fishing Maniacs, we're gonna get out of here. Appreciate y'all and the questions. We'll see you guys next week. Deuces.